Good morning, everyone. Let's begin with the next chapter, the fifth chapter of our syllabus, that is germination of seeds. A part of it which we have already studied in class 8, but here we are going to study in detail. The first one is, what is a seed? A seed is nothing but it is a mature ovule after fertilization. The ovule changes into seed, which we have studied in class 8. So it is a mature ovule which after fertilization. Inside the seed we have a small plant seedling which is growing. This seed also contains, so what all things we have in the seed? We have a plantlet or a small plant growing, for which we have certain amount of food inside the seed, which helps the seed to the plant to grow till the first leaves appear. Apart from this, there is the seed coat, which protects the seed from the external injuries. Now when we are talking about seed, there are different kinds of seed. You have studied one kind of seed, that is monocot and dicot. Monocot and dicot. What is monocot and what is dicot? Monocotyledonous or dicotyledonous. Monocotyledonous seeds contain one cotyledon, like rice, right? Your maize, your wheat, your coconut. All these are monocot seeds. They have only one cotyledon, one part. Whereas all the pulses, all the peas, beans, they have two even mango, if you break open the mango seed, you will find two parts in it. So these are called as dicotyledonous seed. It's called as dicotyledonous seed. This we have studied in class 8. Now you are going to study one more type of seed, that is called as albuminous or X-albuminous seed. X-albuminous. Or in other words, we can also call them as endospermic or non-endospermic seed. Right? So albuminous is also known as endospermic and X-albuminous is known as non-endospermic seed. Albuminous seed are the one. Endosperm is a food storing tissue. The seeds which are having this special food storing tissue is called as endospermic seed or albuminous seed, whereas if they are not having it, then we call it as X-albuminous or non-endospermic seed. Again, this albuminous or endospermic seed could be it could be endospermic seeds as present in, and the cotyledons are thin and membranous, like your albuminous dicot is custard apple, poppy seeds, whereas cereals, millets are albuminous monocot seed. Similarly, gram, pea, mango, mustard are X-albuminous dicot seeds, whereas orchids, Vallisneria, these have seeds which are X-albuminous monocot seed. Now the seed has a particular structure. The seed has a particular structure. This is common for all kind of seed. There are certain common parts which are present in a seed. So we are going to discuss about the common parts. The first one is the cotyledon. Cotyledon is the part of the seed which stores what? Which stores food for the growing embryo. Then is the epicotyl. Before dealing with the epicotyl, let's talk about two more parts, that is plumule and radicle. The plumule grows up to form the shoot and the radicle grows up to form the root. Plumule and radicle. Now the part of the plant above the cotyledon is called epicotyl, which becomes the stem and the root. The epicotyl is the part which becomes the plumule or the stem and the root, whereas hypocotyl is between the cotyledon and the radicle. Another part is called as hypocotyl. It is the part which is present between radicle and the seed. So we have epicotyl and hypocotyl, two parts. One part is between the plumule and the cotyledon, and other part is between the radicle and the cotyledon. Then if you see a seed, if this is a seed, there is a marking which shows that it was attached to the fruit. This marking is called as hilum. This marking is called as hilum. Apart from the hilum, we have the seed coat, which is covering the seed, which is covering all around, which provides the color to the seed. And we have the endosperm, that is the main food storing tissue. Apart from the hilum, we have a dot-like structure through which water enters, and we call it as micropyle, or we can, in other words, we can say that this is the micropyle through which the pollen tube has entered the ovary. Now this is the general structure. Almost all the seeds will have these parts: cotyledon, plumule, radicle, epicotyle, hypocotyle, micropyle, hilum. Now we are going to discuss in detail one by one monocot and dicot seed. Now let's discuss the monocot seed. Monocot seed is the best example of monocot seed is the maize. Now the maize, if you see the structure, we can divide the entire maize seed into two parts. 1/3 is the endospermic, that is the food storing part, and the other part is the embryonic part, which in which there is a embryo lying, a growing embryo is present. The fused pericarp and testa. The outer membrane is the fused pericarp and testa, which becomes the fruit wall. Since it is the fused pericarp and the seed coat, then that is why this is called as grain. They don't have separate seed coat and pericarp, so it is called as grain. Then the major part is the endospermic part, where it is the food storing tissue. Then the embryonic part. In the embryonic part, in the entire seed, there is one special protein layer which is called as allurone layer, which is called as allurone layer. This is the entire seed has this kind of layer. It is a special protein layer which is called as allurone layer. Now the endospermic part and the embryonic part is separated by a single layer of epithelial tissue. A single layer of epithelial tissue. Now the embryo has a radicle and a plumule. The embryo has two parts, the root part and the shoot part, which is called as radicle and plumule. Since it doesn't have any extra protective layer, so the radicle is covered by a special structure which is called as coleorhiza, and the plumule is covered by a special structure which is called as coleoptile. These two structures are present only in the monocot seed and not in the dicot or any other seed. These two structures are present only in the monocot seed. Am I clear? So what all the structures we have? We have the endospermic part and the embryonic part. The entire part is covered with a protein layer which is called as allurone. Both the parts are separated by a layer of single epithelial tissue. The embryo consists of radicle and plumule. The radicle grows up to the root and plumule to the shoot. The radicle is covered by a special structure called coleorhiza, and the plumule is covered by a special structure called as coleoptile. And the single cotyledon is called as scutellum. The single cotyledon is called as scutellum. Now we come to a dicot seed. The best example of dicot seed is your bean seed, rajma. Bean seed. This, if you have seen, it is a kidney shaped bean seed. If you open it, you have your two parts, two cotyledons. When you open it, you will find it in this manner. The somewhat this manner, and the cotyledon is present and the embryo is over here. Now first part is this has the outer covering which gives its color and is called as testa. With the testa, sometimes it is fused or a thin membranous structure. When you boil these, then you get this thin membranous structure coming out sometimes, which is called as tegmen. So it has two protective coating. One is the testa, which is the seed coat, which gives color, and the other is the tegmen, which is the membranous layer. Then the point of attachment to the fruit is the hilum, and a part through which water enters is the micropyle. Through the micropyle is the pollen tube which has gone, and this is the part through which water enters during germination, so that they get enough amount of water to germinate. Now they have two cotyledons below the seed coat. These two cotyledons provide the growing embryo energy, food, before the leaves comes out. Because it has extra protective covering, two cotyledons, therefore it does not have coleoptile and coleorhiza. It has only radicle and plumule. Radicle grows up to form the root, and plumule grows up to form the radicle grows up to form the root, and plumule grows up to form the shoot system of the plant. So here, what is germination? What is seed? We are studying germination. What is seed? Seed is nothing but it is the fertilized ovule which is having an embryo which will grow into a new plant. This seed could be monocot or could be dicot. This is what we have discussed. This could be monocot or dicot, or could be endospermic or non-endospermic, right? And here we have also discussed that endospermic means we call it as albuminous, and non-albuminous. What is germination? Growing up of a plant from a seed when favorable conditions are there is called as germination. Here we have discussed the structure of two seeds, a monocot, that is a maize seed, and a dicot, that is a bean seed. All the parts I have discussed with you. Diagram of both the parts are important. Please draw both the diagrams, one of monocot seed with proper labeling and another of dicot seed with proper labeling, in your notebook. The drawing is very, very important in this. The labeling is very, very important. So please draw one. Remaining we will do in the next class.